It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talks Flicks. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. And ladies and gentlemen, this past week, I went to the world of espionage one more time. I went to the world where guys run and they hang from planes and do absolute crazy madness in order to achieve the objective that has been put in front of them. You could say I went on a mission that was impossible. And I'm gonna get into that first couple things. I want to give a big shout out to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Got some plays over in Cheyenne this week. Gracias, gratitude, Torba. And Cheyenne, I heard about your Frontier Days Old West Museum. Sounds very cool, look very cool. So one of these days, when I'm in your area, you have to go ahead and check that museum out. So thanks for listening, gracias, gratitude. And additionally, this episode is brought to you by the song I Would Travel Time and Space for You by yours truly, the Captain Che Cortez. It's me rapping in my unique style about how I would travel time and space for my wonderful, lovely, beautiful lady. Wrote it just for her. So if you want to hear me rapping about how I would travel time and space for a beautiful, beautiful lady, I'll put them below. Check it out. Now, let's get on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, dun 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 dun. This past week, I went ahead and did one last impossible mission. I went ahead and saw Dead Reckoning again and the Final Reckoning. Saw Dead Reckoning at the crib and saw Final Reckoning at the theater. Saw both parts. Got to finish out my Mission Impossible binge. Saw the full arc of Ethan Hunt. And after watching all 8 movies, I must say, it's a phenomenal spy franchise by the one and only Tom Cruise. Absolutely phenomenal, excellent. So when I initially saw Dead Reckoning, I did a podcast about it. I re-listened to it. And in that podcast, I kind of focused on the AI. Because in that movie, the adversary was AI. And in that podcast, I have predicted the way to beat AI was just be very unpredictable. I said in the podcast. Now, when I saw the Final Reckoning this week, it's kind of exactly what they did. So I still think and believe that in order to outsmart an AI, being unpredictable is a way to it. And supposedly, this AI could calculate all possibilities. Apparently couldn't, because they defeated it. Spoiler. So, Dead Reckoning and Final Reckoning was a phenomenal 2-part movie event. And I must say, absolutely phenomenal. They finished Mission Impossible strong. There were some moments I teared up slightly or was a little choked up. There's some characters in the movie that showed up or were taken away. There were some key heartwarming moments in the film that made me just feel a little emotional. And one additional thing, spoiler. My long-time theory, at least in the world of cinema and in the fictional world, that spies just can't have family and love. Living that lifestyle does not allow for them to have that. So it seems this series does show that. Like everything else I see. Now, like I said, in the real world, I think it's a little bit different, but in the spy world on TV, it just never works out. They're just dedicated to the service of helping fellow human beings. And for a long time, I did live the same type of lifestyle. For many years, I dedicated myself to the arts of rapping and podcasting. And didn't really pursue relationships with women or pursue any relationships outside of that. I was singularly obsessed with doing podcasts and rap just to hopefully try to expand minds, like I say in the intro, or just try to, make you think clearer and think better. Because I want you guys all to think clearer and think better so you guys make better choices. So like Ethan Hunt, I was on my impossible mission. So this movie was a nice way to close it down. Same thing in all the other movies, a lot of running, a lot of action, a lot of diabolical enemies, a lot of masks, a lot of everything we've already seen. It's something we haven't seen, but it's just a nice way to close it down. There was actually some unique scenes I'm going to talk about that I haven't seen in the other movies. And then being in the theater to see this was phenomenal. In the beginning of the movie, there was a nice message from Tom Cruise for thanking us for showing up. Almost like he's talking to me directly. It was just a nice message by this man. He said, thank you for coming to the theater. We appreciate that. We appreciate you being here for the theater. Very cool. And also there, I got a nice little poster. And if you see my Instagram, I got the popcorn buckets, right? It was just a whole vibe, bro. Like, if you've heard these podcasts before, you know how much I love the spy genre of movies, right? And TV shows. It's my second favorite genre behind Star Trek and sci-fi, right? But I love espionage. And this film franchise has been phenomenal, right? And it was just great to see in the theater. It is one of the best spy franchises ever created. Phenomenal work by Tom Cruise. So yeah, you should definitely get out to the theater and check this out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Tom Cruise always brings it. And one additional thing too, you can see the other movies, but it's not necessary. You can watch this and still be satisfied with everything happening. It's fun for everybody. It's a great ride. So yeah, you should definitely go check it out. Now, what I want to do, like I always do, I want to get into some specific things about the movie that I noticed. And this is what I want to say. And this is actually the overall whole arc of the whole 8 movies. And I've touched on the last 2 podcasts, but I'm going to go ahead and reiterate it here and just really speak on it again. So in the last 20-some years, me, Che Cortez, has been on a journey myself as far as exploring the world, exploring my mind, meeting people, having different experiences. And over these 20-some years of experience I've had all types of different experiences in my life. Tons of different experiences. Tons of different things have happened. There were tons of unpleasant things. Tons of happy moments. There's just been a plethora of events that just took place. And in those moments that were bad and not great and uncomfortable, and I've been in some low moments in the last 30 years, 25 years, whatever. I just picked up, got up, and kept going forward, and kept moving forward, despite the situations I've been in. And let me be clear, there have been a lot of situations that just sucked. I'll be clearly honest, over the years, there are tons of them. Tons of my complaining to mine, just that's what they were. These are what I experienced. I just kept pushing forward and going through. Now, why I'm saying this is because in the movie, the main thing I noticed over all 8 movies is that Ethan Hunt was always given a mission to accept or not accept. And he always accepted it. And he always accepted the mission and took on the mission no matter what it was. And he always continued to push forward to do everything in his power, his mind, his actions to keep going until that mission was accomplished. Every movie, no matter what the situation was, the condition was, he would push forward. And a lot of times he just jumped right in. There's a line through almost all the movies which is, I'll figure it out. And he didn't know what was going on, he just, I'll figure it out. To be an impossible task, I'll just figure it out. And a lot of times walking the path of life, it is just figure it out. As a 49-year-old man who's just walked the last 25 some years, 30 years, a lot of it is just figuring it out. Honestly, it just really is. Well, I'll have to figure it out. I've had numerous experiences in the last 25 years that I didn't know what was going on. I was in new environments, new spaces, places, different things happening. I know what's going on. I just had to figure it out and walk through it. Let me tell you what, it was painful. It was stressful. There's moments that I just want to quit, right? And just like in the spy movies, there's moments he wants to quit. He's stressed. You can see it on his face. He's overwhelmed. He's flying off places. He's hurt. He's beat up. And he just keeps going till the objective happens and gets done. And I've done the same. And we all do the same. If you're still living right now on planet Earth, you have pretty much been Ethan Hunt because you're still alive. You can hear me. You're living. You push through whatever you push through. We all have a little bit Ethan Hunt with us because we wouldn't be here. We would not be here if we did not. We pushed through everything that came our way. Yeah, everything that you had to go through, that I had to go through, we went through, we went past it, and we are here. And we're living, we're breathing. Actually, everybody is Ethan Hunt. Because just being alive, we encounter our own impossible missions every day. Small and large. There's always things happen that we have to overcome. There's obstacles. I talk to human beings all the time, and I hear them all the time. Well, this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened, so I had to do this and that. I'm stressed out, I'm worn out, I hear all the time from human beings, all the time, in all walks of life, all demographics, all genders, from all over the place, all the time. And we're all always conquering our impossible missions. The fact that all of us still here, we're doing it. We are all Ethan Hunt. And I want to thank Tom Cruise for playing the character Ethan Hunt and showing us to keep going no matter what. Complete your mission. I also repeat what I said last couple podcasts, but it's very important. This is the main lesson from these shows. Yeah, it doesn't matter if there's guns and bombs, he's flying the planes, it doesn't matter, same thing. There's something that has to be done. There's obstacles you have to overcome, and he does it every time. And he pushes forward hardcore, goes hard, and will not quit. And you have done the same because you're still here and I'm still here. And every day, when you encounter obstacles coming away, just sit with it, overcome it, be comfortable, and push through it because you will get to the other side and you'll be better, tougher for it. So, ladies and gentlemen, continue being Ethan Hunt. Continue conquering your impossible missions. Accept them every time. Don't worry if you're going to be disavowed or none of that. Do what is necessary. Take care of you. Take care of your family. Take care of everybody. Do what is necessary to overcome and conquer and accomplish your impossible missions. And also, go see the movie. It's great. Have some popcorn. And let me tell you one last thing. I went to my local theater And we had a theater in town that's kind of a little bit of a nicer theater. And in that theater, they have some like premium seats, some VIP quotation mark seats. And let me tell you, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to, sound like I'm all that. I'm just saying that sometimes when you go to a movie experience, they may have some in your town that has some, the nicer seats. They're a little more expensive, right? For this particular film, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, this is one you might want to do that. You might want to say, hey, I'm going to see this one in the nice theater. The big screen, the IMAX screen, big screen, the RPX screen, the seat step vibrate, whatever they got. Whatever's got the extra bells and whistles. Maybe go a little premium. Take your lady out, take your man out, take your family out. You just have a good time. This is what it's made for. Tom Cruise creates this film to be in the theater, to be that experience. This is what you want to go to. You want to experience in the big screen. There are films that come out from certain actors that you just need to see in the theater. And I feel this is one of them. And you will not be disappointed. So go to the fancy theater, get some nice popcorn, get the VIP, print whatever, some extra cash, do a little some extra, splurge, but live a little bit, enjoy yourself a little bit. We need to enjoy ourselves and see this movie. It's absolutely fantastic. So ladies and gentlemen, your mission, if you accept it, is to go out and see Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, and enjoy yourself. So Tom Cruise, thanks for the great ride. Thanks for portraying Ethan Hunt. It motivated me to keep going forward. So this concludes the podcast. And until next time, we'll see. The idea is to die young as late as possible. Ashley Montague. Till next time, it's Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks.